Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly. Thank you for joining me today. All right, today I have a great session for you. We're going to get some weight training and some cardio all in one 60-minute workout. We're going to be using that big red stability ball, medium to light weights. Make sure you have some water. Make sure you have a sweat towel. Of course, that motivating music playing loud for you. I'm going to include the warm-up so you can just join me right away. Grab that stuff and let's get going. Okay, let's go ahead and begin in that warm-up. Let's just go ahead and start nice and easy, just marching, keeping that tummy tight. Let's take some nice big inhales. Use those arms. Exhale, shoulders relax. We're trying to bring air into the lungs. Big inhale. Really pull that air in. Exhale, we're trying to wake those lungs up. Get you used to breathing deep. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. One more. Inhale. And exhale. All right, go ahead and pump those arms. Bring those knees just a little bit higher. Still fighting my allergies a little bit today. It is better, but I do have my inhaler close by. I'll try not to cough. I'll try to keep that under control. Couple more seconds right here. Bring those knees a little higher. Swing those arms just a little bit more. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and lunge it back. Just lunge, gentle. I don't want the knee to go all the way to the floor. We're just trying to warm up. You are leaning back into that back leg. Head and chest are up nice and tall. Belly is tight. Warming up through those legs. Oh, I have this one hair that just keeps poking me in the eyeball. It's going to be one of those days, I think. Today is one of those days when I really need some motivating music. I have a million things on my list to do today. I didn't want to work out. I wanted to get some stuff done on my list. It's not happening. I gotta do this. So, fighting the good fight today. Give me one more on each side. So here we go. 1 and 2. All right, squats. Feet are hip width apart. Baby squat. Squeeze your glutes at the top, not squeezing through those knees. So if I turn to the side, my weight is in the heels. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Keeping that tummy tight. Just work through that move. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze. Couple more. Back to butt kickers, I should say. Moving into butt kickers. Heels to the glutes. Tell y'all, it's going to be one of those sessions with me. My mind is just kind of scattered everywhere. Not to mention I have that fog brain from the allergies anyway. I'll try to get better. I'll try to be better. We all have those days where everything just doesn't click together. You just can't find the motivation to work out. I think a lot of people actually have that problem, motivation to work out. You gotta find the motivation. It's gotta be for you. It's gotta be for your health. It can't be for other people. It won't stick. You gotta find the motivation for yourself. Couple more. 3, 2, 1. Let's go wide legs. Side to side, we're gonna stay in the heels. Staying back, keeping the knee in line with that ankle. We don't want it to push over the toe. So stay back in the hip. That's where you should be feeling this. Don't go too deep. Remember, this is just the warm-up. We're just trying to bring heat into those joints, warm up the muscles, get all that fluid moving that needs to move through those joints. Oh, tight hip today. All right, a couple more. All right, one more on each side. Perfect. All right, take it up. Let's go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. Not what I did yesterday. The thing I noticed about being older, you're fine. Everything's great. You go to bed. You sleep well, maybe. You get up in the morning and something's broken. What did I do in my sleep? I don't understand. Keeping that chest lifted as you bring that knee up. So I don't want you to round. I want you to pull that knee up toward you. One more on each side. And let's go ahead and move to hip opener. So hands to the hips, open, bring it in. Again, same side. We really want these hips to be nice and warmed up. So we're gonna do it 6 times each side. That was 4, 5, and 6. Now other side, bring it up. Just breathe. All right, this is your last one. Now we're gonna move into Frankenstein, arms out to the side, straight leg. The leg moves up. Don't worry about how high it gets, right? It could be right down here. This is fine. We're warming up the hamstring, so as long as you feel it in the back of that leg, don't worry about how high you can bring it up. But do keep that leg straight. You're pressing out through that heel. Abs are nice and tight. I love this one. This is one of my favorite warm-up moves. All right, one more. Last one right here. All right, hold steady, shoulder rolls. And really get through that full range of motion. Again, we want to bring heat into that shoulder. It's a complicated joint, very prone to injury. So we want to make sure it's good and warmed up. And now let's go the opposite direction. Using that full range. One more. All right, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, I want you to round your back, shoulders draw down. Inhale up. Just pretend like you're hugging a tree. So we're warming up through that mid into that upper back. Working on that spinal flexion, that spinal movement. Here it is from the side. And then, of course, this is the chest in front of the shoulder stretch. All right, last one. Give me a nice and big open. Big inhale. And exhale. And release. All right, here we go. Grab some water. Get it started. All right, so first up, we are going to use our ball. And there are no weights in this first one, okay? So let me just preview. It's going to be a wide squat, so your toes are slightly open. It's a wide squat, arms lift, stand up. Bring it back to the center. Okay? On that arm lift, make sure the shoulder blades stay down. I'll cue you through it. The second one is going to be a wide hold, knee squeeze, all right? Working on that those inner thigh muscles. And then the last one, the cardio one, is going to be lunge back, touchdown. Lunge back, touchdown. That's our cardio. So as fast as you can. If you need to move some things around, make sure you have plenty of room around you to be able to do those lunges. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Get this turned on. Make sure the volume is up. I can't tell you how many times I've started this and then I can't hear it. Okay, here we go. Wide, toes open, tummy tight. Squat, arms up. Squeeze your glutes at the top, bring it back to parallel. Squat, arms up, squeeze, parallel. Good. Squat, arms up, squeeze, parallel. Be careful of those knees. Maybe you start a little more shallow and then work toward getting a little lower as you warm up. We are going to go through this routine twice. I'm sure I forgot to mention that. So take your time. Belly's tight. Squat. Shoulders down as you raise up those arms. We do have a 10-second transition period between the two. Good. So wide. Then bring the feet in toward each other. This is a really big ball. You can use a smaller ball or a rolled up towel if you like. Squat and hold. Now squeeze. Squeeze. I'm just pushing my knees together. Keeping that head and chest up. You have a nice straight spine. You should feel this and that muscle that's on the inside of that knee. Making sure we're balancing out those legs. Breathe deep. Maybe you can go a little lower, maybe you're a little shallow. That's fine, this is the first round. We can work on going deeper on that second round. Just get through this one here. Pulse, 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 pulse. Really give it a good squeeze. I want you to feel that muscle on that inside of your thigh and knee. 2, 1, take it up. All right, so these are our lunge backs. These are our cardio. So I want you to think more about pace and getting that knee nice and low. That will help to get that heart rate up. We're gonna tap it to the ground as we go down. Knee down, tap the ball. And just take it to the inside of the leg as you tap. Make sure you're stepping back. Knee and ankle stay stacked. Dropping that knee down. And you don't have to spin the ball. That's really, truly a habit. I played basketball, so anytime we get it in our hands, we would spin it. So it has stuck after all these years, because I haven't played in a long time. Knee down. Low as your body will let you. Feel that heart rate coming up. All right, back to that first one. Squat, arm raise, squeeze up. Wide toes, just open toes really. All right, here we go. Squat, arms up, shoulders down, squeeze your glutes together. Parallel. Arms parallel. Squeeze and down. Almost there. 20 seconds. That's about it. Just breathe. Move slower if you need to. If that last one got that heart rate up and you're really struggling, just take a few extra seconds. Catch your breath and join me when you can. Good, okay. Ball between the knees. Walk those toes forward, those legs in a little closer. Squat low and hold. And now go ahead and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Remember that spine is straight, that heart is lifted, that tummy is tight. I want your hands not on the ball, not on your legs. Wherever you like them to be, it can be on your hips or it can be in front, but I don't want you to put any pressure on those hands. Keep it all in those legs. If you need to, you'll take it up, take a break, get back in it when you can. Just don't give up. There's no reason. Listen to your body and what you can do today. Every day is different. Breathe 10 seconds. That was a long 10 seconds. Take it out. The burn. All right. Lunging back with that tap on the ground. Then we get a little break, grab some water. And begin. Knee down, switch. Keep that knee and ankle stacked. Remember, you're stepping back, trying to get that knee lower than the first round. Trying to get that heart rate up. Want you to breathe in a little heavier. Woo. And break. Break water. Okay. So now we have a deep squat, crossover reach, back to the center, come up. Deep squat, crossover reach, Back to the center, come up. Then we're gonna do this upper body shoulder roll. And then we have some burpees. Burpees with the ball. So when you do burpees with the ball, one thing you have to be aware of is when you come back out, your stability is through the ball. So wide grip, fingers pointing down, nice and steady. If that steady isn't steady enough for you, you're going to just lodge the ball against a wall or a corner, and that will help you out, keeping that ball steady. So that is a modifier. I will be doing it without the ball. Hopefully it will all go well, or it could be very funny for y'all. All right, I'm gonna do these against the wall just because of my knees. So deep, deep squat. Squat as deep as you can. Crossover, reach, center, up. Squat, reach, center, up. All right, if you want to take this kind of up a level, instead of the crossover to the side, you're going to cross it with a little crunch to the side. Crunch. All right. So remember, I'm doing this against the wall because of my knees. Deep squats are a little difficult for me right now. So I need a little help. And that's what the ball against the wall is for. You can be doing this, obviously, without that. All right, next up, we're gonna do these shoulder rolls. I'm gonna turn sideways. Arms come out. It's going to be a shrug. Now, let's not do the shrug, just the shoulder roll. So we'll kind of incorporate this natural shrug as we go. You're basically doing those shoulder rolls up, back, and down that we did in the warm-up while holding the ball out. Knees are soft, feet are hip width apart, tummy's tight, tuck that tailbone. Keep that chest lifted. We're only going in this direction. Remember this direction because we are going to switch it for the next one. 10 seconds. Oh, woo. Doesn't seem like it should be that hard, does it? All right, burpees. Reach toward the ceiling, step or jump, coming back, plank, coming back up, wide feet, come on up, fast as you can, while controlling that balance on the ball. Maybe this one is slow enough, it's not cardio, that's fine. We're working on muscle as well. So just do what you can. Maybe you can jump instead of stepping. Again, knees trashed, so I'm just stepping. No jumping allowed for me. All right, try to switch the lead foot every time. It's not always going to happen. But as long as you're conscious of changing the feet. Finish your one that you're on. All right, back to that first one. All right, get low. Low as you can, and either tap to the side, squeeze up, or maybe taking those arms overhead, crunch to the side, squeeze up. I like these better. Gives me more oblique work or side waist work. Tummy's tight. Listen to your back. If you feel any complaining from your back, change it up. There should never be pain when you work out. Burning isn't pain. Sure, pain. Not good. That's a sign your body's telling you to stop. Good, okay? Now on these shrugs, we're gonna go the opposite direction. So before I went up, back, and down, so now I'm reversing it. All right, soft knees. Reverse the movement. This movement's a lot more awkward for me. Try to keep the arms straight. They may bend a little bit, that's okay, but I don't want excessive bending. Make sure your tailbone's tucked, your belly's tight, and have a good solid foundation. Really have to think about this one. Breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh, man. All right, burpees. Your version. Reach for that ceiling. Step or jump back. Finding that balance. Come on up, maybe up onto your toes. That'll give it a little bit more work into the calf. Trying for pace if you can. Now, if you don't like this version of a burpee, feel free to do a regular burpee, including the jumps, to really get that heart rate up. Abs tight. Squat low. Last one, finish it up. All right, that wasn't so bad. Oh, breathe deep. Alrighty, now we're gonna work on some balance. We're gonna do a single leg deadlift. So deadlift normally is here, okay? Single leg deadlift, here. Again, we're using that ball. So do what you can. If you'd rather use weights, feel free. We're gonna do right leg, left leg, and then the squat thrust is the cardio. Squat thrust is basically a half burpee. So you go from plank up to a squat, back to plank, up to a squat, back to plank. So I actually find them a bit more difficult than a burpee. All right, grab that ball. Right leg first. Nice flat back. Tap the ball to the leg. If you can, knee comes up. If not, tap it in the center. So modifier, tap, bring it up. Tap, bring it down. Make sure your back is nice and flat, right? You're pushing out with the chest, keeping that tummy tight. You're not rolling open that left hip. That left leg is just going straight behind you. Your hip bone's parallel to the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't look graceful. Just keep working at it. This is working. Balance all those little muscles that stabilize the joints. Finish it. Now we're going to do the other side, so shake it out. Really, I want you to focus mostly on that balance. All right, here we go. Bring it down. See if you can tap the ball to the leg. Nice flat back. Bring it up. That left leg is soft. It's not straight. It's not locked out. Tap to modify if you need to get that balance before the next move. Woo. Wow, this side is not as good. Right hip bone parallel to the floor. Goodness gracious. Ten seconds. Keep that tummy tight. Good. All right, squat thrust. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to come down into a squat. Arms reach out with the ball. Now you're going to drop the ball, step back or jump back into a plank. Back into that squat. Start with the other leg if you're stepping back. And now, see if you can add some pace. Stay back in those heels on that squat. It's just like a regular squat. Low and back. Ooh, sorry. Oh, changing those feet out. Woo, goodness. Burn, burn, burn. Nice flat back when you lift up. Be very aware of that back. And take it up. All right. Right leg. All right. Tap. This is right leg. Doesn't matter, we're doing both. But I'm starting right. Flat back. Left hip parallel to the floor. Left leg just reaching out behind me. This leg is so much better than the other leg. It does help your balance if you find a spot to stare at. It will change as you move, of course, because you're doing this pendulum move. Soften that right knee. It is straight but not locked. Especially for all of mine that are double jointed. Make sure you relax that knee a little bit. Last one. Good, shake it out. Switching legs. There we go. And begin. So sometimes working out is not just about, having weights, making everything burn. Sometimes it needs to be more thoughtful, like this move here, where you're working on the balance, you're working on all those little muscles that stabilize your joints. This one's forgotten a lot in traditional weight training. They really focus so much more on muscle size and heavy weights. But these kind of moves here are what help us as we age. It helps our brain make that body-brain connection, and actually will go away if you don't use it. So important to do balancing work as well. Oh, that side was much better that time. All right, back to those squat thrusts. All right, here we go. Squat, ball down, step back or jump back. Come up, stay low, reach the arms up, switch the lead leg. This should really burn into the hips. As you start to get the move, see if maybe then you can take it faster. Bringing that heart rate up a bit. For some, this will be a big heart rate jump. For some, it won't be. Did you see me slip? Careful. So just know your body. Make sure the workout feels good for you. Again, if you don't like this version, you can do a traditional squat thrust without the ball, jumping back. Good. Woo. All right, so I'm gonna put that down. Grab some water. Mop off if you need to. As we move on. All right. Halfway through, perfect. All right, so we're going to use the ball to do a chest fly. If you don't have a ball or don't want to use the ball, you can do this on the floor and on your back in a bent knee position. From there, we're going to use the ball to do the shrug and release. Shrug and release. All right, well, I'm gonna change it. I don't like that. Let's instead do what I was gonna do earlier and do a shrug, squeeze back, shrug, squeeze back. So light weights to no weights, right? Truly, you don't have to have weights on that one. And then the last one, we're gonna do side to side squat touchdown. So it's gonna be squat, tap with that ball. So go ahead and grab your ball, your fly weights. Have your lighter weights nearby so that as soon as we're done with that chest fly, we can just roll up, grab the weights, and go right into that shrug and squeeze. All right, grab those weights. Tummy's tight. All right, you're going to roll back so that your head and chest are on the ball. Squeeze the hips, lift them up, arms overhead. Big inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze, and tap. Or if you really want control, slow it down so that you don't tap. But just keep your fingers out of the way. I've smashed my fingers more times than I care to admit. Oh, this one. I'm not even sure how. I think when I come up, I tend to just get off and one is higher than the other. And I just take the weights, smack my thumbs. Big exhale. Squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips. Remember, you can do this on the floor if you don't want to do it on the ball. Or if you don't have a ball. All right, now you're going to bring the weights to the chest. You're going to gently roll up, tummy's tight. Grab those other weights if you're using them. Man, my ball needs some air. Shrug, squeeze, shrug, squeeze. I'm having one of those days. Trying to get everything done. And so far, it's kind of been an uphill battle. Breathe, shrug, squeeze those shoulder blades. Shrug, push those shoulder blades down, squeeze them together, release, shrug, press, squeeze, release, shrug, press, squeeze. Now the grip is light. You can wiggle those fingers. If you have weights, you'll tend to kind of do a death grip here. Press the shoulders down, squeeze, and release. All right, grab that weight. Ooh, don't go too far. Slowly roll out. Head is secure. Back is secure. Lift your hips, arms up. Big inhale, exhale, squeeze. Press through those heels. I want those hips even higher. You know you can do it. Lift a little higher. Exhale as you come to the center in control. Keeping that tummy tight. Try to think about squeezing the chest muscle or making cleavage as you bring it to the center. So you're not lifting with the arms, you're lifting with that chest muscle. Soft elbows, give me one more. All right, weights to the chest. Walk it back, tummy tight as you roll up. Maybe you do weights, maybe you don't. Arms out, palms down. Shrug, press the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So on the squeeze, you're trying to touch the spine. That's what I want you to think about. Taking those shoulder blades and bringing them right against the spine, like you're trying to hold a pencil, squeeze a walnut. I've heard all kinds of things to help you kind of imagine what's going on back there. Squeeze, release, shrug, squeeze, release, shrug, press those shoulders down, squeeze. Easy grip. Nice flat back. We want good posture. You want all those signals to get down that spine. When you round that back, you interrupt those signals. Ah, burn, burn. Oh, you know what we haven't been doing? Our cardio. All right, grab that ball. Here we go. And touch it down, bring it up. Touch down. Y'all, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to leave it because you know what? Sometimes these are just the kind of days you have. You need to laugh them off, move along. How much better would the world be if people could just be better about laughing stuff off? So we're going to do the cardio twice in a row. We'll call it we'll just call it a challenge. This one has a challenge. Reach overhead, squat low. Stay back in the heels. One more. Get your breath. 10 seconds. Then we're going back. So the heart rate will be up a bit. Slow the pace down if you need to. Here we go. Stay back in those heels, right? So you still have the knee and ankle alignment, even though it's cardio. We still have a nice flat back. We're not rounding to touch the floor. Maybe you can't touch the floor. Okay. Then we just do this, right? Back flat is more important than touching the floor. Go at your pace if this is too fast. Almost there, I'm sure. Yep, 3, 2, 1. Water. Okay. All right. I actually think I like that mistake a little bit. So for this next one, we'll go ahead and just do the 2 cardios together. It's very similar to what we just did, where we'll be down on the ball for the 2, and then we're supposed to go up for the 3rd, but we'll stay down on the ball, and we'll just repeat it, and then we'll stand and do that cardio again. It worked out, whatever. All right, so we're gonna do a lat pullover and a hip thrust. So lat pullover, just like, just like on that chest fly. You're gonna walk it out, lift the hips. We're in this position here. Drop that weight, bring it right above that nipple line. Whoop, that it stops, and we slowly come down. All right? Then, oh, tummy tight to come up. And then we're gonna, oh, no. Let's go with the hip thrust. Then you're gonna drop the belly, lift up. Drop the belly, lift up. So you're gonna go from that lat pullover to that hip thrust. Okay. I'm about to give up, y'all. All right. Be supported. Push to the heels, lift the hips, arms over, and bring it center. Reach as far as you can, tummy's tight, bring it up to the nipple line. Keep that lower body strong. You're squeezing the glutes. You can even kind of lift the toes off the floor to make sure that you're pressing through the heels. Keep that balance. Those abs are working harder on the ball. That's what's great about the ball. You use so much more core. It's like those Bosus. I love to use Bosus. I'm going to do a Bosu session here, trying to design it right now. It's also very awesome for the core. That's, if you don't know, that's a half ball. So it's the one that has the flat bottom and then it has the blue dome. Alrighty. So now we're going to drop it down and then squeeze it up. Drop it down, squeeze it up. Now you can either pendulum your upper body, or if that makes you motion sick, you're just going to drape the spine down the ball. Squeeze up. Because this part right here is the work. If it's too much work for your glutes, you can drop the weight or go lighter with that weight. Exhale up, inhale down. Maybe on the lat pullover, you need more weight, and then you can drop one of them for this weight. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze. One more. One more. All right, release it. Oh, don't be surprised if you feel your low back, right? That low back is working. All right, get ready. Drop the weight, bring it up. And when you bring it up, I want you to think about using this back muscle. That starts that initial pull, right? It's not chest and shoulder. Think about the back. Exhale as you bring it up. Squeeze those glutes, lift those hips. I was slacking. My glutes are dragging. Your glutes are probably singing to you. Mine are a very high soprano. They are tuckered out. Do what you can, but maintain that good base. Exhale. Initializing that move in the back, stopping right above the nipple line. Don't drop that weight towards your belly button. Stop it right above the chest. Give me one more. Oh, glute shaky. My legs are just shaking. All right, here we go. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze it up. Slowly bring it down. Squeeze. Slowly bring it down. Head can stay glued or it can come up. Whatever you like. I'm one of those motion sick people, so mine's going to stay glued to the mat or to the ball. Squeeze even higher this time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Making those glutes stronger. Working through the hamstrings, through that low back. Doing all kinds of awesome stuff. The abs actually getting a little work as well. Big exhale, lift. Inhale down. All right, I want one more. You can do it. Squeeze and release. Okay, we're gonna come on up. We're gonna do skaters with that tap down. So make sure you have a lot of room side to side. Here we go. Step behind, tap, step behind, tap. If you want to make it a little harder, it's a little jump, right? A little harder, and this back leg stays lifted off the floor, all right? And then you can just swing it side to side, or if you can reach it all the way to the floor. You have options here, okay? Listen to your body. My first instinct is to jump. So I have to really think about not jumping because I'm just not allowed right now. Remember, it's about cardio, so we're bringing that heart rate up. Just move. If you don't like this move, find a different one. Feel that low back? Your low back works on that move, so we've already fatigued it. Be very aware. Tummy's tight. Breathe, breathe. If that low back is just too much, lift your chest. It'll take that low back right out. Right out of the move. It won't take your low back out. It'll just take it out of the move. Make it feel better. We have about 20 seconds. Abs tight. Seconds. 4, 3, 2. All right. Catch your breath. If you want to stretch out that low back, just roll down. Whew. All right, that was excellent. Whew. Next up, we have a sumo with a side crunch. Sumo, side crunch. Then, spider squat. So it's gonna be as low as you can give me. Side, side, center, up. Side, side, center, up. The last one, the cardio is gonna be jacks. So arms are gonna go out, up. So halfway, all the way. Halfway, all the way. All right, with that ball in your hand. Let's get going. No excuse. No reason not to. I can come up with a lot of reasons not to. That's not the point. All right, arms overhead. Legs wide, toes open. Sumo, knee up to the elbow as you bring that elbow toward the knee. Think about the move. This one isn't cardio. So go nice and slow. So we're working the shoulders with the arms overhead. If you'd rather use weight, you can. Or a weighted ball. They have balls that are weighted as well. This would be a great move for that. Or even if you have a Bosu. Those are about 15 pounds, I believe. Squat low, bring it in. I feel like My hair's all staticky and it's reaching for the ball. Like, you know, when you rub your hair with the balloon and it gets all staticky? That's what it feels like. All right, here we go. Squat low. Side, side, center, up, side, side, center, up. Spider squats. Side, side, center. Squeeze your glutes. It's easy to forget that glute squeeze. Squeeze. Not squeezing the knees. Squeezing the bum. Swimsuit season is upon us. You gotta tighten that rear view. Side, side, center, squeeze. Side, side, center. Side, side, center. All right, take a break. Shake it out. All right, cardio. Jacks, first one stops halfway. Second one goes all the way overhead. So center, all the way up. Center, all the way up. All right, so you can get pace. Bring the heart rate up. Remember, you can always do regular jacks too. Or add that balance. I'll slowly here turn for you so you can see from the side. See, my knees are bent. Tummy's tight, toes just tapping. Hold on to that ball. You don't want to launch it. 10 seconds. 5. Good. Heart rate up very nicely. All right, sumo side crunch. Toes open, legs are wide. Sumo. Knee up, elbow down. Make sure you're getting that elbow down. I see a lot of this in classes, right? Now, meet it. You want to do a little side crunch. Breathe. Take your time, feel those shoulders. Stay with it as long as you can. Almost there. Oh. Woo! Spider squats. Give our arms a break for a second. All right, it's wide. Toes are forward. Squat back. Reach side, side, center. Take it up. Side, side, center. I think I just took it halfway, right? I don't care. Either way. Nice flat back. Squeeze your butt. There's a lot of ways to do exercises. Find what works for you. Every day is different. Change these as you need to. Like maybe you don't like this move. Maybe you just want to do squats. Okay, well then just do squats while we do this. All these workouts are very malleable. I want you to do what's going to keep you motivated, what you like to do. The important thing is to show up. Even if you don't work for the whole 50 seconds, that's fine. Work up to it. Do what you can. Take that big break if you need it. As you do this, you'll build. You'll get stronger. If you stick with it, that's the key. Reach all the way, halfway, all the way. Hold on to that ball. I'll turn sideways. I feel like I'm in a dance move there. Keep breathing. Shoulders down. Good. Keep it up 15 seconds. You're almost there. Then we have one more set. We are done. Excellent. Just enough time. All right. Last set. The exercises in this set are the shoulder press down. So normally off the end of a bench, you'll see people doing these French or these tricep dips, right? Okay, we are not doing that, but we're doing something similar. So if you're worried about balance, again, the corner or the wall with the ball against it, or if you have a stable chair, feel free to use that instead. We're working through those scapular depressors. So your scapular shoulder blade depressors, the muscles that push the shoulder blades down to give you that lifted, straight spine, that good posture, right? So what we're working on right now, posture muscles. So hands on either side, I want you to lift your bum off, and you're just going to be right next to the ball. So you're off the ball, but you're close. You're just going to shrug, and then focus on the push and lift out. Shrug, push and lift out. So again, stability is the name of the game. I don't want you wriggling and working so much on that you don't get the scapular depressor work. So if you need to, grab that stable chair. All right, next one then is going to be a French press. So you want your French press weight nearby. Here it is. And then we're going to do some mountain climbers on the ball. So again, that's about ball stability. So you may need to put that ball against the wall. All right, let's go ahead and start this last set. 2 times through, and then we are finished. We'll stretch. I'll let you out of here. All right, so coming off that ball, hands on either side, stable. Relax, press, relax, press. So I'm getting a lot more than just my scapular depressors, right? Because I am working on balance. Please do this safely. You saw how easy it was for me to slip earlier. If your hands are sweaty, put a towel across. If you're concerned about balance, do it on a stable chair. 15 seconds. Make sure those arms stay straight. They do not bend. This is not triceps work. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, on that ball. Woo. Shake out those wrists. Oh, roll it out. Here we go, French press. Grab that weight. Up and down, nice and controlled. Shoulder blades stay down. Biceps right near the ears. So I don't want those elbows wide. They can be low, but I don't want them wide. If you can, I want you to press those elbows toward the ceiling, but that depends a lot on your shoulder. Space between your chin and chest. Don't look at the floor, Holly. Look out in front of you, keeping that space between your chin and chest. You want to keep your neck in neutral. That's what we're looking for, to not strain through the neck. We have 10 seconds. My ball is so flat. My bum should not be below my knees. That's how you can tell that my ball is flat. Alrighty, it still works for today though. All right, mountain climbers. So again, against the wall if you need to. Coming out into that plank position, one knee and then the other. If you want to bring it up a little faster, okay, you're going to do a little bounce. Not allowed to bounce, so I'm just going to do it as fast as I can, keeping one foot always on the floor. Tummy tight. This is cardio / an ab work, so if you want more ab, slow it down. If you want more cardio, try to speed it up. I'm going to kind of go in the middle. The alignment is still important on this one. Wrists underneath the shoulders, not out in front. There we go. Back to the ball. Roll out those wrists. We have one more time through. Again, if you'd rather do that one without the ball, feel free. All right, Hands on either side. Release, press, release, press. Now you'll probably notice how much harder this one is. Those wrists, those arms, those shoulders, they're tired. Please think about your safety. If you want a little more balance or a little less balance, you just kind of rest your glutes against the ball. It'll still allow you to do the move, but it gives you just a bit more balance, a little more release from the shoulders and arms. So I've modified that way. 5 seconds. Press down, lift your heart. Good, release it. Shake it out. All right, French press. Whatever weight you'd like. Up and over. All right, here we go. All the way up, down and tap. Just as low as you can. Biceps near the ears. Keeping that head in between those arms. Space between your chin and chest. I want you to be feeling this in this set right here. In this round, you're feeling those triceps. They're fatiguing. If they're not, I need you to grab a heavier weight for me or grab another one. 20 seconds. I'm actually feeling my triceps very much. So I'm going to hold it right here. 10 seconds. Keeping my weight. Looking straight out. I keep looking down. And release. Oh, all right, y'all. This is it. The last one. Everyone's favorite one. All right, find your plank. Tummy's tight. Knees toward the chest. And really try to keep that alignment best you can. Those hips low, that tummy tight, your glute is squeezing. I want you to maintain a good plank form even though you're on the ball. Now, if you just want to hold plank, feel free. You can even do these in a modified position, right? The lower you drop that chest toward the ball, the more you're going to work that core. Keep that tummy tight. Keep breathing. And done. Woo! Shake it out. Great job. Grab some water, and then we're just going to do a quick stretch. Again, if you want a longer stretch, you can go ahead and do one of my shorter yoga sessions, the half sessions, or just pause it and hold these stretches longer. Let's go ahead and start with the quads. While, if you need it, let's go ahead and grab one foot with the same hand, knees together, tuck and press, tummy's tight. The other hand can be wherever you like it to be. Soft stabilizer. Switch. Oh, there we go. Tuck and press. Soften that other knee. And release. All right, let's go ahead and move into a forward fold. So hands just go down the legs. We're stretching out the back of the thighs. The hands I want anchored, so floor, body. If you have a block or a weight, just not on the knee joint. Let the crown drop, release the neck. You can shake it out if you like. Bend your knees. Gently, slowly roll up if you're allowed. If you're not allowed to do that spinal flexion, go ahead and come up with a flat back. Squeeze your glutes. Now let's go ahead and take one arm out. Pull it in with the other. Shoulder drops. Shoulder stretch. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Shoulder drop. And release. Take those hands in front. I want you to take them inside out, pushing out. This is a wrist stretch. Round your back, tummy tight, reach out, shoulders drop. Again, only if you're allowed to round your back. Now you're going to take it to one side. I want you to hold, feeling the stretch move down the spine. Center, and now other side, and hold. Back to the center. Bring it up, shoulders down. Again, nice wrist stretch. Space between your chin and chest. Let's take those arms behind the back. We're going to interlace, squeeze those blades, lift the heart, arms up, chin down. And now look up at the ceiling. Back to the center, release. We're going to take the palms together, the fingertips move away. You're going to reach back with those arms, drop the shoulders, and then start to move the hands down as you reach back until you feel the stretch through the biceps. And release, shake it out. Triceps, arm comes up and over. You can use the other to pull that elbow toward the center. Space between your chin and chest. You're trying to pat yourself on the back. And switch. Now we also work that side waist quite a bit, so our last stretch is going to just be a side waist stretch. So release it down. You're going to place one hand on your hip, the other hand goes straight up, like you're trying to touch the ceiling, but the shoulder stays down. Now you're going to come across, again, trying to stretch that arm out as the shoulder stays down, and you should feel it right here. Breathe into those ribs, and that will really help that stretch. And tummy tight, take it up, and now we're going to go to the other side. Reaching up, shoulders down, tummies tight. And bring it up. Perfect. All right. Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very proud of you for doing the workout today. I'm going to go ahead and get cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and run to my next class. I want you to have a great day. Please let me know if you have any questions. Hit like if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you want to keep receiving these. I will see you next time.